Om Shairam. Continuation of the chapter 2. This collection would be most delightful to those simple souls whose eyes were not blessed with Sai Baba's darshana. So I set about collecting Sai Baba's teachings and expressions, the outcome of his boldness and natural self realization. It was Sai Baba who inspired me in this matter. In fact, I surrendered my ego at his feet and thought that my path was clear and that he would make me quite happy here and in the next world. I could not myself ask Sai Baba to give me permission for this work, so I requested Mr. Madhavrao Deshpande, alias Shama, Baba's most intimate devotee, to speak to him for me. He pleaded for my cause and said to Sai Baba, "This Anna Sahib wishes to write your biography. Don't say that you are a poor begging fakir and there is no necessity to write it. But if you agree and help him, he will write, or rather, your feet grace will accomplish the work. Without your concern and blessing, nothing can be done successfully." When Sai Baba heard this request, he was moved and blessed me by giving me his Udi, sacred ashes, and placing his boon bestowing hand on my head, said, "Let him make a collection of stories and experiences, keep notes and memos. I will help him. He is only an outward instrument. I should write myself my autobiography and satisfy the wishes of my devotees. He should get rid of his ego, place or surrender it at my feet. He who acts like this in life, him I help the most. What of my life stories? I serve him in his house in all possible ways. When his ego is completely annihilated and there is left no trace of it, I myself shall enter into him and shall myself write my own life. Hearing my stories and teachings will create faith in devotees' hearts and they will easily get self-realization and bliss. Let there be no insistence on establishing one's own view, no attempt to refute other opinions, no discussion of pros and cons of any subjects. The world discussion put me in mind of my promise to explain the story of my getting the title of Hemadband. Now I began to relate the same. I was on close friendly terms with Kaha Sahib Dikshit and Nana Sahib Chandorkar. They pressed me to go to Shiradi and have Baba's darshana, and I promised them to do so. But sometime in the interval turned up which prevented me from going to Shiradi. The son of a friend of mine at Lonavala fell ill. My friend tried all possible means, physical and spiritual, but the fever would not abate. At length he got his guru to sit by the bedside of his son, but this too was of no avail. Hearing this, I thought, what was the utility of the guru? If he could not save my friend's son, if the guru can't do anything for us, why should I go to Shiradi at all? Thinking in this way, I postponed my Shiradi trip, but the inevitable must happen, and it happened in my case as follows. Mr. Nana Sahib Chandorkar, who was a plant officer, was going on tour to Bassein. From Thana, he came to Dadar and was waiting for a train bound for Bassein. In the meanwhile, a Bandra local turned up. He sat in it and came to the Bandra and sent for me and took me to task for putting off my Shiradi trip. Nana's argument for my Shiradi trip was convincing and delightful, and so I decided to start for Shiradi the same night. I packed up my luggage and started for Shiradi. I planned to go to Dadar and there to catch the train of Manmad. And so I booked myself for Dadar and sat in the train. While the train was to start, a Mohammedan came hastily to my compartment and seeing all my paraphernalia asked me where I was bound. I told him my plan. He then suggested that I should go straight to Boribandar and not get down at Dadar, for the Manmad mail did not get down at Dadar at all. If this little miracle or Leela had not happened, I would not have reached Shiradi next day as settled, and many doubts would have assailed me. But that was not to be. Yeah, as fortune favored me, I reached Shiradi the next day before 9 or 10 a.m. Mr. Babu Saheb Gaha Dikshit was waiting for me there. This was in 1910 AD.